What's up, Juventus fans? Welcome back to the channel. What is that? Do you get 2 transfer meters in 1 week? Hell yes, you do. We had to bring it back. We had to talk about it. I know I filled you in previously about the outgoing players when it comes to Juventus. Now we're talking about the incoming potential players. I know the outgoing might be a little bit of a downer to hear. Hopefully I don't do the same. Hopefully I don't do the same for you in this situation. But we're about to find out. Let's just go ahead and dive into this. This one might be a shorter video because we have less names to talk about. But we'll dive into it now. Ciao, Bianconeri. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. And you know what we're doing. We're talking about the transfer meter. We're talking about incoming transfers. Give me all that good. Never mind. I was about to sound inappropriate. Never mind. I'm not putting myself on the stage for that yet. Anyway, we're talking about the incoming players, but before we do anything, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell notification as well to stay up to date with our latest drops as soon as they're hot and fresh coming out. So anyway, let's get started. We're back. Let's talk about our boy, and we got a good color for this one. Let's go. A little bit lighter. I don't want to get too. Is that good? All right. We got our boy, Manuel Locatelli. He leads us off again. As we know, I mean, what hasn't been said on this channel about Manuel Locatelli? He is the target for Juventus. He is everything that Juventus needs right now. When I say needs everything, he's not perfection. He's not going to come in here and the entire team's going to be, winning Champions League in a year. But what I'm saying is he's definitely the most integral part to this transfer market. That they signed Manuel Locatelli, a Euro 2020 champion, scored 2 goals in an early match, didn't get a lot of playing time later. That's a good sign. Sassuolo can't raise those prices because of that. But as we stand, he's still valued around 40 million euros. Is Juventus going to get it done? Is Juventus going to break our hearts and let us all down when it comes to the one player that most of us want more than anything? As it stands, I am confident that Juventus will get this done. To me, it's also the main point is like, this is the one guy you need to sign. You're going to do whatever you can at all costs to make sure you sign him. If not, I'll be honest, I think this will be a failure of a summer if you don't sign him now. That's just me. Let me know what you think. Anyway, his percentage is about 80%. Can't remember. That might be the same what we had last week. But honestly, the only issue that we know popping up is just Sassuolo's being a giant pain in the ass. They're trying to ruin whatever good vibes you have at Juventus for this player. They're trying to make sure that they can squeeze whatever out of you, out of Juventus, and then they're throwing in some Premier League teams as well. See if they can steal some money from them, or if they can just try to use them to ruin Juventus's day or their good feels, I guess. Anyway, Manuel Locatelli, he wants Juventus. His dad's a Juventus fan. He grew up being a Juventini. At least I'm pretty sure it was. I know they're fans, at least anyway, in the family. As it stands, though, that's the main issue is, will Juventus pay the money that they need to pay? I am praying. I am praying. Please do it, Juventus. We need the signing. Get it done. Anyway, that's how it stands. Juventus does everything they need to do. He will be a Juventus player. That's it. Let's move on to number 2, and we're back to our boy, Kaio Jorge. If you want to know like a deep dive into him, maybe not deep dive. I'm selling myself a little over. I'm overselling a little bit when I talk about that. But when it comes to him, Kaio Jorge, we have him at about 50%. He's a coin flip when it comes to that young talent. Praised as like the new Ronaldo, the new Neymar since he's Brazilian. Whatever you have from it. My issue with Kaio Jorge is I could get whatever. I could get, made fun of or whatever for this. I personally haven't seen a lot from him. He's also playing in these smaller leagues in Brazil, not with the, top competition. So when I say that is, yes, I can go look at I can go look at highlights and all stuff like that. But what does that mean for the player in the club? He is so highly sought after. There are a lot of Premier League clubs, a lot of Serie A clubs, all those that are going and trying to get his signature. So he's obviously got talent. He's definitely got potential when it comes to that. The problem is with these kind of players with me is that he's kind of a coin flip as well. Is he the next Ronaldo? Probably not. No offense, probably not. He's probably good. I may use this in a couple of years of me being an idiot, just being a straight dumbass, telling you that he is not, and then he's amazing. He might be, but we don't know that. There's a lot of players that have a lot of hype and a lot of buildup, and then what do we get? Disappointment. We get a lot of disappointment. There's a lot more disappointment than there are Ronaldos or Neymars or Mbappe's or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, as it stands, it's a coin flip. It's a 50-50 chance that he could come. Juventus is high on him. They need a striker, especially if Ronaldo's staying. They're going to go after a young striker. Problem with him is he's not fully proven yet. Yes, he's done well when he's played. Hasn't scored a lot, but also hasn't had a lot of opportunities when it comes to there. But from what people see and, the scouts, or you want to take it, he's high. He's a high pick. So we'll keep an eye on him going forward. Then we've got our number 3, and that would be, this is a guy that's highly sought after. He's the other Fiorentina guy that we're all looking at, that we all, are potentially wanting, especially at the defense. That is Nikola Milenkovic. Sorry, I'm leaning in. Eye problems. I'll get over it soon. Anyway, he's about a 30% chance opportunity to come to Juventus. A bit lower. Let's move it down. Actually, and it's 30. Let's get it more in that yellowy, almost. Yeah, like a yellow. I don't know. What are we doing here? There we go. It's a yellowy orange. Whatever. Anyway, main issue with him is there are a lot of guys want a signature. Fiorentina is going to probably try to sell him, mainly because his contract ends up soon. So they want to go ahead and make sure they get some kind of sale going off of that. Only issue is that there are other clubs that are going to be going after him. And when I say the only issue, sorry, one more issue is this is really reliant too on Demiral, and the situation with him. Is he sold? Because if Demiral is sold, more than likely, then they'd have an opening to go after him. If he's not sold, we're probably just staying with what we have. So that's the situation with him. Let's move on. Number 4. And I love that our graphic has him in a Juventus jersey. Of course it does. And that is Dusan Vlahovic. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go a little slightly lower. Sorry, guys. I apologize. This is more of an orange. And the reason for it is I think just overall right now, it's just Fiorentina does not want to sell him. He's about a 25% chance to come to Juventus. Yeah, maybe you say, look at the glass half, not a half full, 1/4 full instead of 3/4 empty. Main issue with him right now was just he is so good. He's the one guy that they really have in Fiorentina that they can rely on. They want to get him in one more season. There's a lot of talks too that maybe he wants to stay one more season to really get a little bit more experience and maybe develop himself a bit more before anything. Anyway, that's what it looks like it stands for right now when it comes to, I apologize, I keep leaning in to check stuff out, but I just want to make sure everything is working properly with this. Anyway, seems more than likely that he will stay at Fiorentina for this upcoming season. Maybe Fiorentina, maybe they're not in love with Juventus, especially with Chiesa and all the situation that went along with that. But as it stands right now, they're usually on good enough terms that they can get a deal worked out. We'll see, but more than likely not going to happen this season, especially we're relying on the Ronaldo situation to get wrapped up first. Before we decide anything. If Ronaldo's out, then the possibility goes up, especially if Fiorentina keeps having those financial issues, which I haven't heard a lot of updates on now. All right, let's move it on to number 5. That's Mr. Luis Alberto. You know the name. It's really became a hot topic within this last week. Again, he's number 5, and I apologize to a lot of you. Move it down to basically, it's red. It's red, guys. I'm sorry. He's a 10% chance of ever getting him to see him in a Juventus uniform. And really, as it stands, I might say it's lower than 10%, to be honest. As we know, all the news has been flooding out lately. Basically, there were talks about Juventus interested in him. A couple other teams, obviously were all interested in him. Some issues with Lazio going forward. It appears, though, right now that he will end up returning to and starting actually to play in their preseason stuff at Lazio. I think Di Marzio was one of the latest ones. Was it Di Marzio or was it Romano? Or I believe it was Di Marzio that was saying that basically it's not happening. Juventus and Luis Alberto is basically impossible right now. Again, same thing we talked about when we talked about any other Lazio players. They don't love us. They don't want to help us. And as it stands, because he has a contract with them with more than a couple, since he has a contract with them with, I think, for a couple years at least, still on there, it'd be a pretty decent price that they would try to charge for him. It's not happening at Juventus. He's going to stay at Lazio. Not much else to say about it. I apologize, guys. Anyway, then our last one of the day is, this one was more for me than it was for anybody. Maybe he didn't even need to be on the list. And that is Mr. Moise Kean, or Moise Kean, depending on who you are. I say Moise Kean because that's what Monblano says. Of course, Monblano is probably wrong. But I think Moise Kean is about a 99.89% chance that he will be joining the club. And by that, it means 0 chance it's not happening again. Unfortunately, I think he's actually about 10%. I know everybody questions me. It's not going to happen. We don't need him. Whatever, yada, 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 yada. I personally have a soft spot for Moise Kean. I loved him when he was here at the club. I want him back. I know he's still got a soft spot for the club. As it stands, though, Everton has him. PSG is working on a renewal. Seems that those are falling through right now. That doesn't seem not renewal. The PSG wants to renew their loan. Yeah, that's what I meant. They want to renew their loan because they don't have enough money, I guess, to pay for Moise Kean. When everybody else, they can pay for anybody else, literally anybody in the market, they'll throw it out, but not for him. And he played pretty well for them last season. Regardless, don't get me on a tangent. I'll just keep going on forever. As it stands, though, I guess he's about a 10% chance that he's coming to, or that he's of coming to Juventus, which means he's not coming to Juventus. So I'm just going to sit here, stare off, and be sad of what could have been. Anyway, that'll be it. Moise Kean's not coming. As it stands, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you, I know we want to talk about all these players. Who's coming? Let's actually make this a little bit happier. I'm sorry, Moise. I'll see you later. There we go. Now we're back to our Azzurri Blu, the winners of the Euro 2020 in 2021. Anyway, now we're back to our regular Azzurri Blu. As it stands, though, when it comes to the transfer market, I'll level with you guys. When I say I'm not hopeful for a lot of great, exciting signings. I'm basically banking on Locatelli, one other guy. That's what it seems like. I'm not happy about it. I've got a whole list of people I'd love to come in, but the problem is, as you talked about yesterday, all those guys that you got to sell first. And are you going to sell them? I don't know. As it stands, though, basically, it seems like it's going to be Locatelli. And then I guess our second highest one is that Kaio Jorge. I don't know that he seriously excites me. Let me know which of these players does excite you. Obviously, Dusan Vlahovic excites a lot of people. Unfortunately, those are the guys that are less likely to be joining right now. Do you have a new name, a fresh name you would like to hear talked about? Do you have somebody else you think that might pop in that Juventus might get hot on and might? It's a weird way to say that. That Juventus might pick and be like, that's our guy. That's who we need to sign. Let us know down in the comment section down below. That'll do it, though, for this edition of the Transfer Meter. Make sure you check in with us. We'll come in and we'll bring you in. We're going to try to do it at least once a week here. We did it twice this week. We'll see. Actually, you know what? We might be doing it more often than once a week, honestly. Not tomorrow. Sorry. The transfer market just started to really heat out now that the Euros are over. So we can really talk about this. And hopefully we're going to have more and more news dropping each and every day. So make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell for notifications. That way you can get all of these as soon as they drop. I apologize. Sometimes YouTube doesn't cooperate. I try to get a video out. I get it all done. I shoot it real fast. I get all the things done and talked about. And the next thing I know, I go to upload it on YouTube, and it says my process time is like 4 hours, which is just useless. So regardless, whatever. I was distracted. My dog came down and almost attacked me. Anyway, we'll talk about this again next time. I'm sorry I rambled on for no reason, but it's fun regardless. I'm glad that you guys are here enjoying what we're doing in this community as it stands. Make sure that you follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram, and follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.